Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to another video. Sorry about that. Look, I'm happy. I'm happy to be doing these videos. Finally, I get to share what I'm thinking and things I think that are constructive, that can also help anyone on this life journey, guys. Sometimes life can be just so hard, and you really do need you need someone, or you need information, because I always believe that if you please excuse my kids, because anyway, as I said in one of the videos, if because of my kids I would never get to do these videos, because there's never a moment where I can say I'm totally free. If one is awake, if three are sleeping, one is awake and on me, and so please excuse the noise, and something that you might have to get used to, especially if you're gonna be listening to my videos. But anyway, look, I think we can all just help each other. And with the information, with everything that I learned, I think my life started when I left FNB. And maybe just to go back a little bit, it was something, I never really wanted to work for somebody, but guess what? I spent almost 15 years working for somebody else, and I wanted to do my own thing, but there was never really support, because how our parents grew up was, you go to work, and you have these degrees, and the only way you become successful in our society is through working for somebody else, and yes, and maybe climbing that corporate ladder and stuff like that. Then you're considered a success. But in 2018, I had it because I had all these dreams, but nothing was happening. I wasn't doing anything about them, because you know how it is. You go to work, you come back, family time and all of that, and life goes. 15 years later, you're still stuck in one place. You're still thinking about your dreams that you had even before you started. So I just had to call it quits. Yes, it was maybe not a very good decision, because I've got kids, and to be honest with you, I had no plan whatsoever. I still don't have a plan, by the way, but I had no plan whatsoever. And but I just had to do it, because I understood one thing: I'm not living for my kids, I'm living for myself. It is my life at the end of the day, and I need to do what I need to do for it to work for me. My kids will benefit from whatever it is. And unfortunately, the fortunate part of it was that my kids were still very young, and my kids were very young, and I could do it more like it's a flexible situation. They're not old where they can question me and stuff like that, so I took advantage of that. So yeah, so that's just the background of where I'm coming from, why now I am doing these videos. So one of the things that I learned when I left FNB was goal setting. Guys, as I said, my life started then, because I never knew anything. I don't know if maybe I never knew, or maybe I was just ignorant, or I've heard, but I just never put it to practice, or I never even thought about it. I was just going along, and I had, these things where people call like, oh, it's a resolution, especially especially at the end of the year, towards the new year. We all talk about resolution. This is what we want to do in this year. But guess what? November of that year, you realize that, you haven't even done a thing. So there was a guy that motivated me. Tony Robbins, you'll hear me talking about him a lot. And one of the things that he taught me was what a resolution is. And resolution doesn't have to wait till a specific time. You can, any day you can decide, okay, I want to change direction. Instead of moving this way, I want to move east. Instead of moving west, I want to move north. That's just it. And he made an example of where he used to say, you bend the boats. So these people, what they used to do, let's say if an army wants to take over an island, they would get off the boat, they'll bend the boat. Means that there is no way of return. You cannot return, you cannot retrieve. That's what's a resolution. You've resolved within yourself that this is what you want to do. And that's one of the things that made me leave FNB, when I've resolved within myself that, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how I'm going to earn a living and all of that, but I'm going to follow my dreams. I don't even know what I'm going to figure out first what my dreams are, and then I'll follow them, So that was my resolution at the time, that, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of being on autopilot. here I was just paying bills, you don't wait for a bonus. I was tired of it. I was tired of it all. And I realized that was not living. I'm looking forward to a day I'm going to retire where I'm going to have money. And when I calculate the money that I'm going to have, it's nothing, does not even come up to R1,000,000. So I thought to myself, there's no way I'm going to live like this. Absolutely no way. I want to do my own thing, and I want to live my life. I want to breathe. I want to feel myself living. And yes, let me tell you this, I have been living, all right? When you talk about contrast, where you go from having money, having no money, and you don't even know where the next money is. Not that money is the source of life. Actually, that's one of the things that I've learned along the way, that life is more important than money. The thing is, we tend to focus more on money, thinking that it's going to make life easier. But one thing that I've learned in this self-development is really about spiritualization, the spiritual life as well, where you are at peace even when you don't even have a cent, when you don't even know what your next meal is, but you find that inner joy, that inner peace in that moment. I think those are the best treasures that a person can have, and that's the best strength a person can have. That's really mental strength, and you've grown spiritually when you get to that point. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, okay, sorry, this video is really about resolution versus goals, So yes, in me leaving FNB, that's when I actually started doing my goals and wada. And one of the goals was that I wanted to become a millionaire, Oh my God, I wanted to become a millionaire. Wow, that moved me, But to be honest with you guys, I had no clue what it took. I had no idea. It took me 3 years just for me to get to this point, to acknowledge something that I learned, even because I was listening to a lot of Tony Robbins videos on YouTube. And one of them that I came across was an interview where Tony Robbins was interviewing a guy called Eben Pagan. Guys, please, if you have to listen to someone, listen to that guy, Eben Pagan. Eben Pagan was sharing his story and all of that, so I got to understand him. I got to know what his content was about. But one of the things that he said that actually stuck in my mind was, if you want money, you don't focus on money, but focus on the value, right? And to be honest with you, I've spent the last 3 years focusing on money, not on the value. I've been just focusing on money, on money. Now, I'm realizing that, okay, the reason why actually I'm also doing this video is because I'm also learning something that, okay, look, I need to do goals for the following year, because to be honest with you, in all the goals that I've set the past 3 years, none of them have happened. None of them, right? Because I made the goals about results, it's like, okay, now I'm going to teach you something. If you maybe never heard of it, maybe you've heard, but I'm going to tell you from my version. Oprah speaks about one of the laws, cause and effect. Whatever you put in is what you're going to get out. Money is a result. Okay, so money is an effect. All right, it's not a cause, it's an effect. So if you want a money as a result, means that you need to focus on value. So you need to focus on the cause, okay? So I'm gonna repeat, there's cause and effect, all right? Money is an effect, it's a result. Means that there has to be specific action, there has to be specific thing done in order for money to come out. And these two are proportionate. So whatever effort you put in, it's what you're going to get out. So that's why they say, like, in my days of, like, I work for commission and stuff like that. So I'm a sales rep for a company right now, and I work on commission. I remember there was a time where I got 600 rands. Imagine, this is a mother of 4 renting a place for about 4,000 rands and all of that, and then I get a commission of 613 rands. The thing is, you can beat yourself up. I could do anything that I wanted to do, but I understood something: cause and effect. I mustn't be scared. I mustn't be angry at the result. I must look at myself. what caused that result to happen. What caused that result to happen? So I must focus on the cause so that the result can be different, So yeah, as I said, it's a journey of self-development. It's a journey of learning lots and lots of mistakes done, and so going now forward, I'm thinking to myself, okay, here we are. It's that time of the year we are thinking about 2022. Think about what is it that you want to achieve, what I want to achieve. And I'm realizing that, I'm not going to do the same mistake of busy focusing on money. Hey, I want to do this. I want my bank account to be this great. No, this time I'm going to focus on becoming valuable. This is another thing that I learned from Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn was a mentor to Tony Robbins, but he speaks about this very, very deeply, where he talks about being a person of value. Yes, it takes time to become a person of value because you need to learn a lot of skills. You need to be skillful in whatever. So if it's selling that you're doing, so you need to learn how to become a better salesperson in order for the results, right? Because what you want as a salesperson at the end, of course, it's money. But how do you increase that money? You don't just go and charge more or anything like that, but you become a person of value. Because it reminds me of Miles Munro, and say when you become a person of value, people pay you for being you. That's it. They pay you for being you. That's it. You get money from there. So going back to Eben Pagan, he said this, and I mean, he did this interview 2009, and I only learned about it 10 years later, which was 2019, when I heard this concept that if you want money, do not focus on money, focus on the value. So now the goal now, changing my goals from the result to actually the cause, the effort. So it means that now, as a salesperson, because that's how I earn my money right now at the moment. That's how I earn my money. Now, how do I change the results? Because now I'm seeing that, okay, my results are a bit up and down. One day, 1 month, I'm making money, the next, they're so inconsistent. And I'm actually I'm tired of that. If I say I want, let's say I want 20,000 rands each month, or I want 30,000 rands each month, what is it that I can do daily to make sure that, who do I have to become first? That's one thing that I learned from Jim Rohn, when he said that the goals are not that you achieve things or you get money or all of those things, but the goals are for you become the goals are for the person that you will become while achieving those goals. Because the money, you can always lose it, and start from scratch, but the person you become, that you do not lose. So when you are making your goals for 2022, what are you focusing on? Who are you focusing on? And I think that should be an obvious answer, that you're focusing on yourself, on developing your self-confidence. And self-confidence is just a way of having faith in yourself, giving yourself a command and being the ability to actually follow through with that command. Whatever it is, so that you have because at the end of the day, yes, you want better results, but we mustn't focus on the result. We mustn't focus on the money part. We must just focus on the cause. So what effort are you putting in, and those that I think, for instance, I want to improve my grammar. For instance, I want to be able, I want to improve my diction. I want to improve my handshake. How do I look at people when I'm talking to people? How do I command my presence or the presence in the room? How do I make people actually listen to me? Because, okay, I'm on the phone most of the time. So how do, I just listened to a video actually of this guy talking about confidence, taking your time when you're talking. You're not in a hurry to say your story. You're not panicking and you're not fidgety. You're just commanding, and you directing the conversation to be the way you want it to be. That's confidence. People buy from people that they trust, and people, I think that, people would buy from a person they trust, and they trust them because they're confident of themselves. They can deliver, when you say, yes, I can do this, yes, you can do it, and that's that. And there's no doubt in your mind, and also there's no doubt because whatever you're thinking of, you're conveying to the next person, isn't it? So yeah, so go on, write your goals, But I would say that those goals, make sure that they are about you. How do you become a better person? Also, another important thing, we learned a lot. I've learned a lot about the law of attraction. And one of the things that I can say, I'm one of those people that I can actually say, you know what, this law of attraction doesn't work. It really doesn't work. But one thing that I've learned is you don't attract what it is that you want. You attract who you are. I'm going to repeat that. You don't attract what you want, you attract who you are. So the better version of yourself you become, the better, so meaning that starting from your mindset, having a positive outlook, confidence in yourself, faith in yourself, that you can do it. Whatever it is that you need to do, whatever you need that needs to be done, you have discipline, and you keep your word, you command yourself, and therefore you have the ability to command other things outside of yourself. So in setting those goals, I think, and one of the most important things I think is decision making. All my life I was never able to decide, because I always felt that I could be wrong. This can have, whichever way. One of the best skills you can learn as a human being is decision making. When you've decided this is what you want to do, you go ahead and do it. And believe me, there's an energy, there's a force behind decision making. When you've decided this is what you want, you go all out. You go all out for it, and you don't stagger, and your mind doesn't doubt or whatever, because if I can tell you about my situation, my mom was always a person who's always a doubting Thomas, doubting this, doubting that. So in that way, I also learned how to be doubtful actually. So go ahead, do those goals, but just make sure you centralize them around you, about growing yourself. Make sure your goals are about you, not about any other, not about results. In order for you to have better results, you have to become a better person. So yeah, wishing you all the best, as we wrap up the year. And I'm still going to talk about goal setting and goal achieving and all of those things. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please subscribe, like, and share with your friends and things like that. So yeah, it's a great pleasure really to be doing this. I love it with all my heart. And as I said, I do speak from the heart. And yeah, so if you have any comments, please comment down below. And yeah, sorry, my phone is moving a lot today, but yeah, enjoy your day. Bye.